Liverpool were the only side in the top 4 to secure a victory as Arsenal and United lost vital ground in home draws. Was this the week in the Premier League top 4 was settled? Mathematically no, there's still a lot to play for, but there was a lot of implications which need to be analysed. That's what this video is going to get to the bottom of, whilst reviewing the Liverpool vs Everton, Man United vs West Brom, and Arsenal v Man City matches. The Gunners gained a courageous 2-2 draw, which hopefully instilled some confidence after a few rough months. But all it really did was solidify City's place in the top 4 and gave Arsenal a bigger mountain to climb. Moreover, the manner of the draw suggests while City have too many full potential for the title, they are more than good enough to make the top 4, whilst Arsenal are barely keeping up. Within the first 10 minutes, Sane had scored by taking advantage of a defensive mistake, and then De Bruyne hit the post. I will give Arsenal credit for slowly getting themselves back into the game through Walker's equaliser, but it was only because City dropped back. Within 60 seconds of being peg level, De Bruyne hit the post again, and then 31 seconds later, Aguero scored to put City 2-1 ahead again. Of course, Mustafi in the second half were going to score to ensure the game ended as a draw, but Arsenal needed the victory more, and they never looked like getting it, aside from an Ozil bottle to 50-50, go figure. Besides, I think the club are just in crisis. The crowd was strangely quiet. I wondered why during the game, but footage has been leaked of numerous fights breaking out, plus before the game, even Gazidis held a meeting with supporters saying that there would be change. On the pitch, Koscielny came off injured with a confirmed Achilles injury, and then Walcott came off angry after he got subbed. Arsenal won't make the top 4, I'm afraid. As for City, we saw the best and worst of them today. I'd say whilst they're currently comfortable, a large part of that depends on their game in hand with United. Lose that, and it's no longer in their hands. Plus the fact they have a hard run-in with games against Chelsea and Leicester left, which means that there's little margin for error. I expect them to sneak into the top 4, but perhaps behind Liverpool, who recorded a dominant Derby Day victory. It was especially fitting as it was the first game since Ronnie Moran's funeral on Thursday. For those of you who don't know who he is, Moran is one of the longest serving player cum staff members in the club's history, and he definitely would have been smiling down as his beloved club took a giant step towards Champions League qualification. More on that later on, but first I want to pick up the performance by talking about 3 players. And the only place to start is with Philippe friggin' Coutinho. That second goal had me off the edge of my seat. The way he did to Pennington, inside out, 3 minutes after he scored his first ever Everton goal on his first start of the season, literally had me like, bitch sit down, be humble, bitch sit down, be humble. The crazy thing about it was, before Pennington, he did the exact same trick to bamboozle Guy on his way to bending the shot into the top hand corner, and before the goal itself, he previously had an effort where he cut in on the left hand side, only to have the shot cleared off by Jagielka, off the line. You may know how to stop Coutinho, but stopping him altogether is something else. He also had a hand in the other 2 goals. For the opener, his movement opened up space for Firmino and Mane to combine together, and then for Mane to end up scoring his own wonder goal. And then for the third goal, it was a through ball which set up Divock Origi. As you can tell from the excitement having describing his performance, this truly was a masterclass and it was much needed. Liverpool at their best this season when Coutinho was on fire. He's not their most important player, I think that's been proven by now, but he is their best. And he has a way of knitting the play together in a manner that no other Liverpool player is capable of. As for Divock Origi and Emre Can, when Jurgen Klopp stated that certain players were playing for their future, these 2 sprung to mind. After promising to develop into good players last season, they've been the most disappointing this season. However, injuries taking their toll means that they've been given a second chance to resurrect their careers. Within 3 minutes of coming on for Mane, Origi scored a goal which settled the match by showing good movement and pace to get in behind Everton's defence. It was that level of directness Mane possesses, and assuming he's out for a while, Origi is going to have to show some consistency. Finally, Emre Can, you the mother... Man, he may have taken a while to warm up after his horrible habit of taking several touches crept in, but afterwards he literally ran the show. Never stopped putting in tackles to turn momentum into Liverpool's favour. On several occasions he took initiative by dribbling into the heart of Everton's defence, and he even showed his creativity by playing in Trent Arnold twice. He ran the show, and to his credit, he's largely been great in Henderson's absence. With Lallana and potentially Mane out as well, Liverpool need players like Origi, Coutinho and Can to step up. Liverpool's lack of depth killed their title challenge between January and February, and it's largely because Chan and Origi couldn't step up, as Coutinho couldn't regain his previous form. All three seem to be headed in the right direction right now, especially Coutinho and Chan, and that just might be enough for a top 4 spot. They've played all the big guns, and all that is left are mid-table and relegation threatened sides. A word of warning, however, these were the type of teams Liverpool have been dropping points against all season. However, I do think this will have left United sweating. They are 6 points behind Liverpool and 5 behind City, and even though they have 2 games in hand on Liverpool, one of them is against Manchester City, and they've yet to play Chelsea, Arsenal or Spurs. Plus they have Europa League matches, plus they are in the midst of an injury crisis. Yes, they are unbeaten in 19, but they have 0 momentum. As long as the likes of Chan, Coutinho and Origi can step up, I don't see United make the top 4 either. But who cares what I think? I want to know what you think. Drop a comment and I'll reply when I can. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.